Did Selena Gomez just get caught making fun of Justin Bieber? Selena Gomez's billion-dollar beauty empire just got caught in a storm that no one saw coming, one that quietly reignited the most controversial love triangle in pop culture history. Rare Beauty's official account was spotted engaging with a video mocking Justin Bieber. And before anyone could blink, the screenshots spread like wildfire. But here's the thing. This might not be what it looks like. Because when I started digging into what really happened, what I found was deeper, messier, and could actually threaten Selena's brand in ways fans never expected. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, we'll uncover whether this was a mistake, a betrayal, or deliberate sabotage. The comment that set the internet on fire. It started as an ordinary day in pop culture. Rare Beauty was trending for all the right reasons: new product launches, glowing reviews, and Selena's message of self-love. But then, someone noticed something strange. The official Rare Beauty Instagram account had commented on a post that lightly mocked Justin Bieber, Selena's ex, and the center of one of the most dissected celebrity relationships of the last decade. The post wasn't overtly cruel, but it carried that unmistakable tone of internet shade, mocking, a little smug, and absolutely not something a professional brand should touch. Yet there it was. Rare Beauty's verified handle, visible for all to see. Within minutes, fans began screenshotting. Screen recordings circulated on TikTok. And as fast as it appeared, the comment vanished, deleted, erased, like it never existed. But once something hits the internet, it's permanent. And then came the avalanche. Fan pages posted the receipts. Twitter threads exploded. TikTok creators dissected every possible angle. Was this Selena throwing shade at Justin? Was it a hack? Was it a rogue employee? Or, more dangerously, was it a calculated PR move gone wrong? And the timing made everything worse. Because just one day earlier, rumors were circulating that Selena might be stepping back from social media. So if she wasn't even online, who was? In a moment, we'll talk about the two leading theories, one involving a massive mistake, and the other, deliberate sabotage. Theories and tensions. Let's start with the most straightforward explanation, the accidental comment theory. Every major celebrity brand, especially one as successful as Rare Beauty, has entire teams handling their social media. That means multiple people have access to the same login. Sometimes, interns or junior staff members manage day-to-day engagement. So it's not hard to imagine that someone on the team made a very poor decision. Maybe they thought the comment was harmless. Maybe they didn't realize how much weight a brand's verified account carries. Maybe, in their mind, it was just relatable humor. But if you know anything about Selena Gomez's public image, you know that's the last kind of content she'd ever want her name attached to. For years, Selena has worked to distance herself from the drama surrounding her past relationship with Justin and the endless comparisons to Hailey Bieber. She's been open about focusing on her mental health, her career, and building a positive message through Rare Beauty. So for the brand to be caught in this kind of controversy, it completely undermines the image she's spent years carefully crafting. Still, that's the innocent version of this story. Because the second theory is darker. The sabotage theory. There's a growing belief among fans that this wasn't an accident at all. Imagine a disgruntled team member. Someone with access to Rare Beauty's official accounts. Someone who knows exactly how to create chaos with a single click. Leaving a comment like that would be the perfect way to spark a scandal. One that hurts Selena, confuses her fans, and revives a narrative she's been desperately trying to move past. And if that was the goal, it worked perfectly. Within hours, Rare Beauty was trending, not for its products, but for alleged pettiness toward Justin Bieber. But there's a third possibility that no one's really talking about, and it might explain why this happened now, of all times. The timing problem. This controversy didn't happen in a vacuum. In the days leading up to this, fans noticed that Selena was posting less, appearing more guarded, and hinting that she might be taking another break from social media. If that's true, it means her personal accounts, and likely her business accounts, were being run entirely by her team. That timeline matters, because if Selena had already stepped back, she might not have even known about the comment until after the internet had already exploded. That adds fuel to the theory that she was blindsided. And if that's the case, then she's now in an impossible position. Does she address it publicly, risking even more headlines and speculation? Or does she stay silent and let people assume the worst? Both paths are risky. If she speaks, it extends the life of the story. If she says nothing, critics frame it as guilt or avoidance. This kind of lose-lose scenario is exactly why so many celebrities avoid engaging with social media altogether. But when your brand depends on online engagement, silence isn't always an option. Fans choose sides. As expected, the fandom wars reignited instantly. Selena's supporters rushed to defend her, insisting she had no involvement and calling out whoever on the Rare Beauty team made the mistake. Meanwhile, critics jumped on the opportunity to claim this was proof that Selena still isn't over Justin, or that Rare Beauty was obsessed with the past. The comment sections were flooded with debates, and every TikTok creator with a pop culture angle had an opinion. And this is where the emotional damage really happens, not in the comment itself, but in the narrative it creates. Because this incident reinforces the same storyline Selena's been fighting for years, that she can't escape Justin Bieber's shadow. At this point, Rare Beauty's PR team is likely in crisis mode, running damage control, and possibly conducting an internal investigation. But while the internet debates the surface-level drama, there's a deeper issue at play, one about trust, reputation, and how a single click can unravel years of hard work. Do you think this was an innocent mistake from someone on the social media team, or do you believe it was deliberate sabotage? Let's talk about it in the comments. Next, let's explore the long-term impact this could have on Rare Beauty and Selena's image, even if she's completely innocent. The fallout in the future. The damage from something like this doesn't just fade overnight. Public trust is fragile, especially in the beauty industry, where authenticity and emotional connection are everything. Rare Beauty built its empire on kindness, confidence, and mental health awareness. But this controversy, it cuts directly against those values. Even if Selena releases a statement clarifying that she had nothing to do with it, the association is already made. Screenshots live forever, and for her, personally, this isn't just a business issue, it's emotional. Because this situation drags her right back into the same drama she's worked so hard to move on from. It doesn't matter how many times she's said she's in a better place. The internet loves to reopen old wounds. This controversy also raises serious questions about celebrity brand management. How many people actually have access to these accounts? How are they vetted? And what happens when one person's bad decision damages an entire company? This could lead to tighter restrictions, mandatory training, and multiple approval layers for every social post. And that's not just for Rare Beauty. Other celebrity brands are watching this closely, taking notes, and learning from Selena's team's mistakes. But here's the real tragedy. Selena Gomez has done almost everything right. She's been transparent about her mental health. She's taken accountability when needed. She's consistently preached compassion and grace. And now, because of one reckless comment from someone else, her reputation is once again being questioned. It's unfair, but it's reality. What Selena should do next? So, what now? If Selena addresses the situation directly, she'll need to walk a careful line, acknowledge the mistake, reaffirm her brand's values, and redirect the focus to positivity. A statement that sounds defensive or emotional could backfire. But a calm, professional one could reinforce her credibility and even strengthen her image as someone who rises above drama. Behind the scenes, Rare Beauty's team will likely identify the person responsible and take appropriate action. Whether that means termination, retraining, or policy overhaul, something will change. And if it turns out this was deliberate sabotage, legal action isn't off the table. Because this isn't just about a social media mishap, it's about the public perception of one of the biggest celebrity-founded brands in the world. But there's also an opportunity here. If handled correctly, Selena could turn this crisis into a message about accountability, empathy, and learning from mistakes. That's the kind of move that not only ends the controversy, it deepens fan loyalty. The bigger picture. Stepping back from the chaos, this situation reveals something deeper about celebrity culture. Every click, every post, every comment is now a potential headline. Fans dissect motives, intentions, and subtext in real time. The internet doesn't just consume stories, it manufactures them. And in Selena's case, it's a reminder that even when she's silent, her name is never safe from speculation. Rare beauty has been a symbol of healing and empowerment. It's more than a brand, it's part of Selena's identity. So for it to be dragged into the kind of petty online feud she's tried to escape feels almost cruel. But here's the thing. The same internet that created this storm will eventually move on. Selena's fanbase is massive, loyal, and resilient. They'll stand by her, and as long as she stays true to the image she's built, authentic, vulnerable, self-aware, this will likely be remembered as just another temporary controversy. The real lesson. The deeper takeaway here isn't about Justin or Hailey or any past drama, it's about control. Celebrities like Selena build empires based on trust. But once a brand becomes global, total control becomes impossible. Someone else's carelessness can suddenly represent you. That's the cost of fame in the digital age. You can build the most empowering message in the world, and one unapproved comment can threaten to tear it down overnight. But if we know anything about Selena Gomez, it's that she's resilient. She's faced worse storms than this, and each time, she's come back stronger, wiser, and more grounded. Do you think Selena should issue a public statement, or should she just let this blow over quietly? What's the smartest move here? Comment your take below. As of now, Rare Beauty hasn't released an official statement, and Selena herself has stayed silent. But behind the scenes, something is happening. Screenshots are being traced. Access logs are being checked. Someone knows who left that comment, and it's only a matter of time before the truth comes out. And when it does, we might finally learn whether this was a simple mistake, or a betrayal that could change the way celebrity brands operate forever. If you found this breakdown insightful, don't miss our next deep dive, inside the Selena and Hailey social media war, what really ended their truce. It connects directly to this story, and trust me, the tea runs even deeper there. This is Celeb Juices, where we don't just spill tea, we analyze it. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, because you won't want to miss what happens when truth, image, and fame collide.